Hello, my friend. Dominance and status. These two words have shaped societies, influenced personal relationships, and driven human ambition for thousands of years. But what is it about dominance and status that so powerfully commands our attention? And why do these forces play such a pivotal role in the way we interact with one another? To answer these questions, we need to dive deep into the fascinating world of human psychology, exploring the evolutionary origins, social dynamics, and behavioral consequences of dominance and status. Understanding these forces not only sheds light on our own motivations, but also helps us navigate the complex social hierarchies that define modern life. Humans, like many other animals, are inherently social creatures. Our survival has always depended on our ability to form groups, cooperate, and compete. Within these groups, hierarchies naturally emerge. Some individuals rise to the top, while others occupy lower positions. These hierarchies are not random. They are shaped by countless factors, including physical strength, intelligence, charisma, and the ability to form alliances. Dominance refers to the power and influence an individual wields within a group, while status is the social value or prestige that person is accorded by others. Though closely related, dominance and status are not always the same. Dominance often involves force, intimidation, or control, while status can be earned through respect, competence, or contribution to the group. Let's start with the evolutionary roots. In our ancestral environments, being dominant could mean better access to resources, mates, and safety. Those who achieved high status were often the ones who led, protected, and provided for the group. Over generations, natural selection favored traits that helped individuals climb the social ladder, whether through aggression, strength, or social intelligence. Even today, our brains are finely tuned to recognize cues of dominance and status. We automatically notice who commands the room, who speaks with authority, and who is deferred to by others. Subconsciously, we adjust our own behavior in response, sometimes challenging, sometimes submitting, and often seeking ways to enhance our own standing. The signals of dominance and status are everywhere, woven into the fabric of our daily interactions. Consider body language. Dominant individuals tend to take up more space, stand taller, and make more direct eye contact. Their gestures are confident and expansive, signaling control and self-assurance. Those with lower status might shrink in, avoid eye contact, and speak softly. Even the way we dress, the words we choose, and the tone of our voice can communicate our place in the hierarchy. These signals are often subtle, but they have a profound impact on how we are perceived and treated by others. Status is not just about power, it's also about value. High-status individuals are often admired for their competence, generosity, or achievements. They may not need to assert themselves aggressively. Their reputation alone commands respect. This distinction between dominance and status is crucial. While dominance can be imposed, true status must be granted by the group. In this way, status acts as a social currency, earned through actions and interactions. It motivates us to develop skills, contribute to our communities, and seek approval from our peers. The pursuit of status can manifest in countless ways, from climbing the corporate ladder to amassing followers on social media. But this drive is not only about personal gain. Studies show that high-status individuals often enjoy better health, greater happiness, and longer lifespans. The benefits are both psychological and physiological. Elevated status can reduce stress, boost confidence, and increase access to resources. Conversely, those stuck at the bottom of the hierarchy may experience chronic stress, anxiety, and a sense of helplessness. In this way, our position within the social order can profoundly affect our well-being. But the psychology of dominance and status is not just about individual ambition, it's also about group dynamics. Hierarchies help organize groups, reduce conflict, and facilitate cooperation. When everyone knows their place, interactions become more predictable and efficient. Leaders emerge, decisions are made, and resources are allocated. Yet, Hierarchies can also breed competition, jealousy, and resentment. When status is seen as scarce, people may resort to underhanded tactics, tearing others down to lift themselves up. This darker side of status seeking can erode trust and undermine the very cohesion that hierarchies are meant to provide. Cultural differences add another layer of complexity. In some societies, dominance is celebrated. Assertiveness, competition, and self-promotion are valued traits. In others, humility, cooperation, and deference to authority are prized. These cultural norms shape how dominance and status are expressed and interpreted. In a Western context, standing out and speaking up may be rewarded. In Eastern cultures, blending in and showing respect for elders might be more important. Understanding these nuances is vital for navigating social hierarchies across different settings. The modern world has transformed the ways in which dominance and status are displayed and pursued. In the digital age, social media platforms provide new arenas for status competition. Likes, followers, and viral content become proxies for prestige. Online, anyone can potentially rise to the top, but the competition is fierce. The quest for digital dominance can amplify both the highs of status and the lows of exclusion. At the same time, traditional markers of dominance, physical presence, authority, and charisma, still hold sway in face-to-face interactions. Navigating these overlapping realms requires adaptability and social intelligence. The psychology of dominance and status is not without its pitfalls. The relentless pursuit of status can lead to burnout, anxiety, and a never-ending sense of inadequacy. When our self-worth becomes tied to external validation, we may lose sight of what truly matters. It is easy to become trapped in a cycle of comparison, always measuring ourselves against others, chasing an elusive sense of superiority. Yet, understanding the mechanisms behind dominance and status can also empower us. When we recognize the cues, the games, and the motivations at play, we can choose how to respond rather than react automatically. There are healthy ways to approach the drive for status. Instead of seeking dominance through aggression or manipulation, we can focus on building genuine competence, contributing to our communities, and supporting others. True leaders inspire, uplift, and empower those around them. They do not rely on fear or intimidation, but on trust, respect, and a shared sense of purpose. By redefining what it means to be high status, we can create hierarchies that benefit everyone, not just a select few. Ultimately, the psychology of dominance and status reveals as much about our collective nature as it does about individual ambition. Our need to belong, to be valued, and to make a difference is universal. Hierarchies will always exist, but we have the power to shape them. By understanding the forces that drive us, we can choose to lead with empathy, pursue excellence, and build a culture where status is earned through integrity and contribution. So the next time you find yourself sizing up a leader, competing for recognition, or feeling the weight of comparison, remember, dominance and status are deeply rooted in our psychology, but they do not define our worth. Our true value lies not in how high we climb, but in the impact we make and the connections we forge along the way.